Today I'm going to be making something really fun. I'm going to make cake pops for St. Patrick's Day. And here are the ingredients that we need for the actual cake. Half a cup of regular milk, 1 cup of regular white sugar, 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of oil, and I'm using vegetable oil, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, some food coloring, and also some peppermint extract. And the other thing that we're going to need are some green candy melts. Also, which is optional, I have some little green shamrocks. And the other thing I have are green sugar sprinkles. So those are all of the ingredients, so let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is going to take all of our white sugar and get that in there. And then all of our oil, just get that right in there. Alright, I'm going to get my mixer going here. I'm just going to mix all of this together. I want to combine this. There we go. And then I'll get our egg in and get that going. Okay, that's good. And then I'm just going to get our milk in. There we go. We'll start mixing all of this to get it well incorporated. I also have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, then all of our salt. There we go. Then we just have our baking powder and our flour left. So I'm just going to get all of my baking powder in there. And we'll just whisk that around. Just get this whisked, just like that. Alright, so our next step is to get our dry ingredients in. So I'll just get our mixer going very slowly and just start incorporating. Just get all of this incorporated. Okay, and our last little bit. We still need to add in our green food coloring and our peppermint. Okay, that's good. Alright, I have my peppermint, and I'm just going to pour in a teaspoon of peppermint. There we go. And we'll start off with a teaspoon of green, which I think is going to be plenty. There we go. And we'll combine this. We want it nice and green for St. Patrick's Day. And that's going to be beautiful just like that. Alright, now I'm going to go get my little pan. Alright, so I have my little mold here. This is a cake mold and it's made by Wilton. It's a silicone mold. I have sprayed it with a little bit of Pam just to ensure that it won't stick. And I'm just going to fill these up. And I'm not going to fill them too high because the cake will rise when it's in the oven. So I'm going to go up about halfway or so. Just like that. We don't want these cake pops too large. Just large enough. So I'll keep filling these and I'll be back in a second when I'm finished. So what I'm going to do, about 15 minutes into the bake, I have some little cake pop sticks here and I'm going to insert them into each one at the 15-minute mark, and then I'll continue baking for another 15 or 20 minutes or so. Okay, perfect. Alright, so off to the oven. Alright, so my little cake pops have been out of the oven for quite some time and they're almost completely cooled. You can see how nice they are. And they just pop out and they're very, very nice. I did 2 of them here without these sticks just to show you. They just pop out as well. Okay, now what I've done, I've taken my candy melts like this. I have heated some in the microwave on defrost mode, and I have that right here. So the next step is to coat our little cake pops. All right. And I have a little piece of styrofoam here covered in plastic. We're gonna put our cake pops into this. Okay. All right, so I have my little styrofoam like I was saying right here. I just zoomed out a little bit just so we could see a little bit better. And we have our nice green for St. Patrick's Day. And so we'll just grab cake pop. I'll remove my spoon. Okay. And I do have little sprinkles, and I've got little shamrocks as well. I think today I'm just going to use these. I might use some of those. So I'll just grab my little cake pop and just get it in there. Just give it a little spin, and we'll just let all the excess drip off. Alright, there we go. And then I'll just grab some of my little sprinkles here. And if you sprinkle over a bowl, then you can just reuse these. So there we go, just a few of those. Look at that. That looks nice. There we go. Beautiful. Could put a few of these shamrocks on as well. Just a couple here and there. And one there. And there we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Perfect. So I'll just take my styrofoam and just pop it in there. And there we go. So there's number 1. Alright, we'll do another one. Just get it in there. Give it a little spin. And then just get the excess off. And just take your time at this. Just give it a little shake. And you'll get most of it off. And there we go. This time I'll put the little shamrocks on first. And I could have gone with a white candy melt, chocolate, you know, to do a nicer contrast. But I just wanted to do the green today for some reason. Just like that. There we go. Look at that. Then we can take a few of our little sprinkles and put the sprinkles on. And there we go. Isn't that nice? So there we go. And there we go. Perfect. So what I'll do is I'm going to finish up the other 4 that I have, and then I'll come back later and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so I'm back showing you the finished product now. So there we go. So those are my cake pops for St. Patrick's Day. And that was really, really easy using my little Wilton cake pop silicone mold. So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.